And you sort all this for the client there on the back end. I think it's called a super sorter, right? Just to
Yeah.
explain that visual looks like for the audience.
Yes, I can show you what it looks like.
Oh, sure. Let's
I
do
just
that.
do a demo and just show what it looks like. So in terms of
Sure.
an interview, and then okay, that might be a little bit easier. So let me share my screen.
And you, if you're listening to this on, Spotify or whatever, you can go to YouTube as well and see this full video as well, audience.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so here's I'm just gonna do a real quick demo screener here. As you know, as you can see here on the screen, I'll also talk through it. So in case you're listening, you'll see we're very clear with candidates. We're an AI tool. And so this is an AI interview. We collect some of this information up front in terms of email and name, because we're actually, in some cases, we do ATS integration. So we're matching these results straight into the ATS via mobile and email. And this is an example of a breakout question, knockout question here. So it's a yes, no bubble. And so these are all configurable in our platform. Usually we have a blend, but we recommend that our clients don't do too many knockouts because these aren't very fun for candidates. They just feel very transactional. So now we get to the fun stuff. So this is a behavioral question. So what's the greatest challenge that you've ever had to overcome in your life professionally? And so let me just put in an answer here so that you can get a sense of how the AI responds.
Okay.
So here what we're seeing is I put in one of the biggest challenges during my first year of college was struggling to meet deadlines and I tended to procrastinate, dot, 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 it keeps talking. But the AI responds really personally. It's like, oh, wow, that's a great example of personal growth and learning from challenges. It's really important to recognize those patterns and find effective ways to overcome them. It sounds like you've developed a proactive approach to managing your time and responsibilities. Thank you for sharing that. Now, can you share a time when someone was really angry with you and you diffuse the situation? So in this case, I'm going to share an answer that's incomplete or not long enough by our standards. And
Okay.
so what the AI should do if it does its job is it should probe. So here I put customers get angry at me a lot and I keep my cool. So you'll see the AI says handling difficult situations with customers can be challenging. Can you share a specific example of a time when you're able to diffuse a situation with an angry customer? How did you handle it and what was the outcome? So that's where you get that star interviewing right there.
Hmm.
And so let me give it a complete response now. And this is an actual candidate response that we received. So you'll see like candidates give very detailed response. The candidate's talking about when I was at Cigna, I had a customer who called in with a very bad attitude and a potty mouth, et cetera. And so it's explaining this. So the AI comes back with, that's a fantastic example of handling a challenging situation with a customer. It's clear that you were able to turn the situation around by staying calm, understanding like, as you can see, like the AI, so recruiters call our AI agent, the name they use for it is it's their highly emotionally intelligent AI interviewer. They're like, this is the most emotionally intelligent AI. It's like, it's so upbeat. But I think it just comes from like traditionally candidate experiences aren't all that great sometimes. You know, most people just fall into a black hole after they apply and never hear back from anybody. So we just wanted
Yeah.
to create a really beautiful experience for folks. So here, I'm just going to give a standard response and keep going through the interview and then show you an example of also the AI, how it handles if a candidate
It's
says,
also it's
uh-huh.
also it's an immediate interview too. It's like it's immediate feedback for the candidate, and they it's I
Yeah.
think it also helps to end the no, help that put a dent in that resume black hole out there from a candidate experience standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, we have clients that have replaced their application and actually removed the need for a resume
Yeah,
based on this.
is that GoPuff? I think.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
that was a pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I mean it says apply now on their job page, but it should just say interview now because it goes right into this chat here, and that's an excellent way of just engaging that candidate. I'd rather interview now than apply now as a candidate. I think everybody would.
Well, that's the third wave of AI transformation that we're working towards. And GoPuff is an early adopter and they have such an innovative team, very, very smart leadership. And so essentially, yeah, I mean, when we think about AI transformation, well, I can get into this a little later. I can show you the dashboard in a sec, but AI transformation happens in three waves. And the third wave is actually what we call a universal AI interviewer, where a candidate is really able to talk to a single universal AI interviewer and then instantaneously be able to interview for 50, 60 jobs in a single profile. And so for GoPuff, as an example, we're powering, I think, 962 AI agents for them. So what's really interesting is now you imagine building a universal AI interviewer on top of those 962 AI agents and what it's able to do in terms of supporting candidates and routing from one job to another. So yeah, super interesting stuff on that front.
A quick
Let me,
question around that, Diana.
yeah.
Why do you need so many? Why is it? Explain that aspect to me. I'm a little confused on that. You have an AI agent, your software, basically. Why do you need so many agents? Is it?
So yeah, so we think of each agent is rec specific. So some companies,
Okay,
their job or role specific, some are rec specific. So
I got you. Okay,
some companies are tuning their AI agents actually at a rec level.
gotcha.
So yeah, that's really big,
Okay, that
basically.
clears up. That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
you're going to show us the
dashboard.
dashboard. Yep.
Yeah, so here's how the dashboard. So this is again the ATS overlay, but here's what happens. So this is a demo thing. So you can sort by knockout, high overall fit, all this stuff. So let's just look at here. That's what I just submitted. And so you can see here time spent, as well as an overall fit score. So medium, it'll say here. And then it'll show you all of the all the scores around each of the competencies that were
Low in resilience, high in empathy.
high
Yep.
on
High
empathy.
in constancy. Low
Yes.
on organizational skills. High on teamwork.
Yep,
Okay.
you'll see this. Yeah. And then you'll get the entire interview down here. And then the PDF that we attach into ATSs looks like this. And what's important about this PDF is you actually have here. So see this part, this is the definition of the competency that was set by the TA team.
Yep.
So we are literally like tuning. So the AI analyst that is reading this is tuned to specifically the fit definition that is set by the team, which means we can toggle this. So oftentimes we'll start a process and be like, okay, the TA team will come back and tell us, we reviewed all these, but actually the high fits, the AI is being a little generous with high. Can we make high fit empathy way more aggressive and harder? And so then we tune the definition together and increase the difficulty level, or we can decrease the difficulty level. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, but we just wanted to make it very transparent how the AI is evaluating. And that way also a hiring manager who wasn't part of the process can go through and be like, oh, why is it high? Oh, this is how our company defines empathy.